Hello, everyone's. I am here for Manifest Season 2, Episode 10. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. So, Michaela, she's in jail because Jared, had her arrested. Now, she tells Zeke that Jared said something, strange to her, said that he was saving her. Like, even though he seemed to be mixed all up in the Xers, she still believes him. I'm like, yes. Now we know that Jared, he's on the up and up, but he's like trying to look out for her. If you in jail, you gonna be all right. But that's not necessarily true, because you can be in jail and still be attacked by somebody in the prison, a guard, inmate, because you gonna be a main target because you were a police officer. Now Grace, she over there about to wash her hands, and she gets a calling, and she's like transported like by this lake or something, like a river, like some type of body of water, and she hears this voice that says, "Help me." Now I know I know it's not real, but just think about that. You just sitting in your house, minding all of your business, and you get transferred somewhere, and it's a calling. And you not in your house no more. You somewhere that you don't really know where you at, and you hear somebody saying, "Help me," and then next thing you know, you back in your house. You would probably think you tripping. Just saying. So Cal and Olive, they're trying to figure out how to tell the new baby about the family. Like, how do we explain that me, daddy, and auntie, we disappeared for 5 years and came back? How do we explain that we are twins, but even though I am older than you, I'm younger than you? How does one explain that? Because Cal, he's 90 seconds older than Olive, so he the big little brother. How do we explain this to her? How do we explain the callings and the voices and all these things? How do we explain this to the child? I was like, I don't know how you going to explain that y'all twins. He's older than you, but he's younger than you now. Y'all went missing. Y'all be hearing things. So would the baby have callings too, since Grace got the callings now and the baby's inside her? Or is she getting the callings via the baby? Like, it's the baby's callings, but since the baby can't do nothing, she's compelling Grace to do the things? I don't know how that works, but I'm just gonna think that's how it goes. I don't know. Now, as Michaela is being released from jail, Jared shyly hands Michaela a note when she's released. Now, he says something and then like looks down and they kind of like pass off the note from each other. Now, the crooked Xer union rep, he tells Jared, okay, yeah, I'm going to take her home and we're going to end up in a bad part of town, and something happens. And Jared looking at him like, nah, bro. See, that ain't gonna happen or work because she's leaving with her lawyer. So you gonna have to I'm gonna tell ex-header dude, the head of the Xers, that, that plan ain't working right now. We're gonna have to do something else. Okay, bro. All right, dap up. I'll see you later. All that stuff. Now, Ben and Grace, they decide to go figure out this calling. Now, they find the head of the cult by this bridge. Now, he says that he had to call and he tried to ignore it, but it got louder. He's like, he had to come away from Brooklyn. I'm assuming that's far because Alexander Roger be talking how big New York is. I believe it, because Houston is the same way. Like, Houston got different school districts within the city. We got HISD, which is Houston Independent School District. We got Galena Park. We have Spring Branch. We got some of them. That's just 3 in Houston. But anyways, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Now, she doesn't think this is a coincidence that he had a calling to come there and they did too. So this just can't be happenstance. Now, we find out that Jared has been undercover all this time. I was like, okay, good. Because, I had been side-eyeing Jared thinking, okay, so because you can't be with Michaela, you going to take all of the 828ers down because you part of the Xers. But no, he was working from within. And I guess police captain chief, she was like in on it. So now we got to bring Michaela up to speed and all these things. Like, well, no, I ain't even got to that part yet. I'm sorry. Like, Michaela, she was out at like some park area where she used to go to, and I'm thinking maybe they shouldn't be talking like out in the open because the Xers could be watching you, Jared. And if they see you talking with Michaela, they gonna be wondering like why he talking with Michaela. He's supposed to hate Michaela and all the 828 and all that stuff. But he's a little upset that she believed him so well. It's just like because you were so good at your job. You was doing the most. And like I was looking at Jared sideways, but I was like, maybe he's I didn't say undercover, like maybe he's not really with the Xers. I wanted to believe that, but then like stuff slowly started happening and I was side-eyeing him, but like but we was all side-eyeing you. Now Grace's water broke and now she has internal bleeding from that car accident thanks to the Xers. Now on top of that, she has placenta percreta, where the placenta has invaded the surrounding tissues. And there's only like a few doctors who can handle this procedures, and none of them are at this hospital or in the surrounding tri-state areas. So like what we gonna do? Like what's good, bro? Like we need a doctor that can perform the surgery to hopefully that both Grace and the baby can survive. But like we on a time crunch, and I think the closest one was in like Michigan. I could be wrong. I could be just making that up in my head. But I thought they said Michigan. But like we can get this person in, but like her blood pressure's dropping too. This not looking good. Now, the police chief, or captain, I'm going to call her chief, she gets Michaela up to speed, how the head Xer dude, and how he thinks that the 828ers are terrorists, and how he's using like non-educated people to do his dirty work so he can keep his hands clean. He done like got in their head like, yes, they coming back to do us harm, and they like, yes, they are going back to do us harm, even though nobody has done them harm. Like the only thing that happened, like, yeah, the police, the pilot, he did like run from the police, and we did have this situation with the bank robbery and that fire, but like other than that, they've come back to do good. But now he got all these pictures of Ben's vision board and connecting all the 828ers and all the work he been doing. I'm like, first of all, how did he get this information? Because I'm pretty sure Ben did not have none of this at his office at work. So I don't know if Jared gave it to him because he was undercover. I don't know, but head Xer dude, we know he not about to write. Now Grace over here talking about she want to have the surgery, and if things start getting worse, make sure the baby lives and she don't. Now Ben don't know if he can do that, because like I love you and I love this baby, but I don't know this baby and I know you. So next thing you know, she start crashing. Ben tells the doctor that she wants a surgery and to save the baby, but like he's like, I don't really know if I want to do that. Like I don't want to do that. So like they like scrambling together to try to make sure everything's all right and everything's good for them. Over at Michaela knows something's up. Jared, he is punctual as all get out. If he say he gonna be here at 4:24, best believe he's gonna be there before 4:24. So it's 4:26. He ain't nowhere to be around. So we know something's up. Now, Michaela remembers that she done bugged this bar so we can listen in. I'm like, first of all, how nasty is this bar that where there is a bug inside there and they have not washed down countertops or anything and to find this bug? That was my first thought. Like, I'm looking at it, this bug had to be like the size of like a medium-sized button. So when people was wiping down counters and all that stuff and under the counter, we didn't feel this bug. But then again, I don't know where she put this bug at. So they listening in. Now he starts to play his and Michaela's song to let them know that he knows that they are listening. And he even says, so the dude back there, his name is Zeke, letting them know Zeke here too. They got Zeke all tied up. Jared brings the head Xer dude to the bar so they have evidence to tie him to these Xers, because they know he's a part of it, but they don't have no evidence that he's a part of it. So bringing him there and having his voice on camera, we got evidence that he's a part of this. So I was like, okay, we good. Now, head of the coat, he's still over there by that lake. And he's about to leave, but like the voices is like so strong. And all he hears is, help me. He look out into the water. There's somebody, they didn't fell out their kayak. So he runs, helps the dude, gets him out. They go to the hospital. They leave in the hospital, and like one of the nurses like, "Oh my God, it's you." I thought she was talking about leader of the coat dude, but no, she was talking about the dude he saved. Turns out he is one of the doctors who can perform this surgery and can help save Grace and the baby. I was like, okay, good, good, we own it. They do the surgery. Grace and the baby fine. Okay, I was like, okay, good, good, good. Now, co-leader tells Jared, not Jared, that Ben that he thinks they are all sent to do evil. Yeah. Yeah, he don't believe that they're doing good. I was like, how's that? Like, they've come back, they've done good. The season 1, they say those 2 little girls that had been kidnapped. They reunited the flight attendant with her cousin. This season, they've done some good, but he still think they done evil. Well, later when he walking down this like random creepy alleyway, like these like shadowy figures of like they appear and scare him off. Now, Cal had already said he had did a drawing, when he had his callings, he would draw things. And like one of the pictures was like some little shadowy creature, and he like creeped him out. So I'm like, I don't know if it's the same thing. Now, Jared, he moved back over to Jared. He at the bar. He's stalling because he didn't punch Zeke, like, I want to do this. He took my woman from me. He's stalling so the police can get there in time. So, they can arrest everybody there. And they was able to arrest everybody, including head of the Xers. I was like, okay, good. And then lastly, we see Cal, he sleep, and like 3 shadowy people, like, they show up in Cal's room. Like, yeah, I don't know what this means. It was kind of creepy to me too. Like, I'm telling y'all, when like I first moved from Indiana to Georgia, me and my mama, we stayed with my brother, and I stayed in one of his guest rooms, and he had like pictures of the Matrix and the alien poster on his wall. And I killed you not, like several times I woke up, and I guess I was asleep but awake at the same time, and I thought I would see those posters moving and it would creep me out, but I would just like close my eyes and go back to sleep. But yeah, like I would have been creeped out too. I see these shadowy figures just appear in my room. I'm already be paranoid sometimes. Like, it was, I can't tell you how many times a pile of clothes on a chair have scared me. Like waking up in the middle of the night scared. I done woke up and seen that and got scared. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on for my beautiful face. But to the video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member and one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.